Alright, so here we are with the new blue VALENTI. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I was honestly planning on skipping this character, especially because we do have pretty much news from SDS leaks that we should be getting for our next banner a collab banner. If everything is correct, we should get a collab banner after this one. So yeah, if you really want to save up your gems for the collab banner, I would probably skip this VALENTI. Unfortunately, she is really good for the squirrel, but you kind of gotta weigh your options. Like, try to look into like JP and stuff like that, see what the characters we are going to get for the collab, because again, that is coming next. But yeah, VALENTI, really good character for supporting the rat. Now again, we don't know if she'll be the unit for it, or she's just a fill-in for as of right now. Oh my god, I forgot to lock in my holy relic. But be the fill-in as of right now. Did I lock it? Yeah, there you go. So right now she's gonna be the character that's gonna allow you to clear the floor 3 a little bit easier, which is really good. A lot of people have been wanting me to use LR Glocks. Since we have VALENTI who has an ultimate on her poison, I said her AoE ultimate can apply poison. She's gonna be allowing us to use LR Glocks. And again, these are for the people who I guess who don't have Jelly King, or if you want to use LR Glocks to give you better defense related stats, because Glocks does give you more defense related stats per ally that's on the field, so you can be a lot more tankier when it comes to the demonic beast. But for me, I still started using some of my gear that are kind of heavy on giving you more stats. Like, you got crit resist gear still on Meliodas, crit resist gear on VALENTI, and then still double defense and crit resist on Liz, and then we have crit defense on Glocks because I ran out of crit resist gear. And this is going to allow us to pretty much tank a lot better, because again, the problem was before is that when you had Ragnarok Merlin and Jelly King, they died pretty fast, really easy. So we're gonna be using that, and this might take a little bit longer. I'm not gonna lie to you, I haven't really done the scroll as much, so I'm still getting a hang of the gimmicks. Like, when it comes to like gimmick demonic beast, I'm not too big of a fan of. I kind of like the straight up fights, but I'm still going to test it out and see what I can do. Alright, so here we are suffering against the squirrel. Now again, we are using GLOXINIA for this video. Most people are going to probably use Jelly King just because Jelly King, he's probably a lot more efficient in terms of giving you that base stat boosting, applying that bleed factor with his AoE, and then also having that poison as a close range attack. Now the thing is with Glocks is that he does give you more defense related stats. I think it's like 10% or 15% per ally that's on the field, so you're getting a whopping 40% defense related stats on your entire team, which is very clutch for the squirrel, because when a squirrel crits you, he hits like a truck. So having that is going to be very good. Now the thing is why people was really not sure if Glocks would be super useful for this demonic beast, and that's because on the floor 1 phase 3, there's a specific thing you have to do with your debuffs where you're forced to apply your shock, poison, and debuffs at a certain way for the stumps. And there was like one moment where with the stumps that pretty much you can't use a range attack for it. So you're gonna probably see that as we go through the floor 1 phase 3 on how to deal with that, because obviously I'm showcasing this video, so obviously I was able to deal with it pretty fine. So I'm just going to show you how you want to maneuver. Again, this is going to be unlike what Jelly King does, because again, Jelly King, he has a close range attack, so he's going to be okay for it. But for this man Glocks, you definitely have to try to play a little bit differently when you apply your debuffs. So I'm just going to show you right here real quick. Once we get into the phase, obviously phase 2 is super easy. Now again, I'm gonna just keep this in mind, whatever debuffs I get in this video, I'm not gonna reset or anything like that. I'm just gonna show you me and my runs using Glocks. I probably could have had my runs a little bit better and stuff like that, but hey, RNG be like that. I'm probably gonna do a little bit video better. Now we got this passive, which is like the critical I think it's like critical chance or critical damage increase. So this is how you want to play your debuffs though. You can see I put the shock on him. And again, you got to move him a certain way so you'll be able to use attacks. You can see the stumps dodge all those other ones. And then you want to make sure you have VALENTI ultimate, because then you're going to apply your poison with her ultimate, which then is going to shift them to the right side. So you want to use your shot, your poison VALENTI ultimate. Again, the reason why I'm taking so long because I had to like figure out for myself what you had to do right here. Because again, if you're going to be using Jelly King, the amount of debuffs you apply for the boss is a lot different. It takes a little bit of a strategy to like figure out what you got to do. So that's why you see right here, I'm just pretty much just thinking a lot right now. Like I wasted like 2 or 3 minutes trying to figure out what was going on and what I wanted to do. That's just how hard it was trying to like figure out which debuff I need to apply. So you want to go for VALENTI ults, apply poison, have your buff up. Now he's gonna go, oh, he goes in the middle. Why did I say the far right? It's the middle. So now you're able to use your debuff card with Glocks right now, and he should go to the right now. So now you want to use your Glocks debuff card, and now he's gonna go to the right side, because I believe you want to try to get him on all of the stumps as possible. Because if you end up trying to use your Glocks card while he's on the left side, he dodges it. Like you saw with the stumps at the beginning of the turn, he dodged it when he was in the left and right. So you gotta wait till he gets in the middle, and now you can apply your debuffs, and now you got to the far right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. After that, you're just gonna be pretty much moving them over more and more and more. Again, with this one, you want to try to get rid of the stumps. Or not this. Is this a stump one? You want to try to get rid of him as possible. I forget if this was the stump one. That's the thing with the gimmick bosses and stuff like that. I really despise playing against gimmick bosses because it's just so much you have to like think about and do. Again, this boss is easy, but when it comes to like so much you have to like do in terms of gimmicks, it gets kind of annoying after a while. Like this is the same thing what happened with me in terms of like the deer and stuff like that. Like I should just stop trying to like do videos on a deer or trying to beat the deer at the beginning of the game when he first came out, just because how annoying playing around with the color wheel was, trying to figure out, okay, I have this cool character that I want to try out, but wait, oh my god, wait, I don't have the red, blue, and green characters with it. And again, that's what it makes it very annoying when it comes to like gimmick bosses and stuff like that, where yeah, the boss is easy, but it just like to me it just don't be feeling as worth it just playing around with the gimmicks and stuff. Like it just reminds me of like as a veteran player, like just reminds me of like playing like Guild Wars and stuff like that, or Guild Boss, where you try and like farm up for high scoring points, stuff like that, and you using like this whole detailed strategy, and then your run just completely ruined by like RNG. And that's the point of when I say like I hate gimmick bosses, because RNG usually plays a big factor at ruining your chances of defeating the boss, or achieving like, you know, faster clears and stuff like that. Because if you have a gimmick going along, it's gonna make it very slow to farm the boss. Because that's what I said, like the same thing with like deer. Like it took a while for more and more characters to come out that are more suited for each other, for the deer to seem a little bit easy. I think like literally the moment that Albedo came out, the deer felt a lot easier, just because, you know, you have her superpower amplify counter and she's just blasting through. Because I think before most people just use like what depth damage characters like Freyr and Blue the One Escanor to try to farm through it, or they use like a character like Milla who just has high DPS with any card she uses. So yeah, that's why honestly I'm not too pleased about playing against a gimmick boss. Now you can see I literally didn't try too much in terms of like teams. Like I just really just went for the more so passives. Like that's the thing with this, like I didn't really try to do anything about the passives. I know for majority of like the first floor, I grabbed like the worst passive. You really don't want that passive, but I do have a lot of critical resistance on my characters, so I shouldn't get crit as much. I just not sure for floor 3 how often he's able to crit. So you probably want to try to go for the best passives possible. Again, I pulled the bad one, so the other one that you get on floor 1 is the best one. I think it's the one with the hands like sticking out. And yeah, like, so yeah, Glocks able to be used on the demonic beast. Again, some people make a case saying like maybe Jelly King is still being more efficient. Now this is the one where you got to get rid of both of the stomps, and you can't go for a cleanse or you get like a crazy debuff. Now from my experience playing on this one, phase 1, whenever I kept using like Valenti debuff card like this, I just got like mad debuffs like so easily. So I think like her cleanses is really bad. So you want to try to avoid using her cleanses because you applying too much debuffs on you. Like, cause she cleanses, but she applies so much debuff on you. So I'm just gonna show you a run where I didn't use too many of her cards, where her AOE to cleanse. All right, so I'm gonna show you a run where pretty much I didn't use Valenti AOE cards at all. Like legit, the entire match, entire phase 1, I did not use the AOEs. Because you saw at the beginning, I was applying a lot of debuffs. I was getting hit with a lot of great debuffs when I did use her AoE. So I don't know if it's because her AoE counts as a cleanse as well, like what we see with Liz Blue card. Because I heard that if you try to cleanse with Liz Blue cards, you get those great debuffs regardless, or a lot of red debuffs. So I think that's the thing with Valenti, where she has the ability to cleanse. So she ended up applying you a lot of debuffs. I don't know, it's a little bit weird. I thought it was just like regular buff cards that would be doing that, but I guess with I guess it just cleansed in general. Like you can see, like I'm not getting as much great debuffs as I did on the first time I did it. And again, this is just me showing you examples of me playing around with Valenti. If you are a person who's going to summon for Valenti, which I doubt you're going to try to go for Valenti. Again, that's the problem with Valenti, is that she's a 600 banner character. A lot of people wanted her to be like a 242, which, let's be honest, she should be a 242. Like I got her on the 300, like literally the 300 mileage where they give you the guaranteed character. I literally got her on there, and I'm so happy because I did not want to spend money on going full 600 gems on this PvE character, bro. I literally was not. I don't know why they didn't make her a 242 banner character. Maybe cause when the last time we had a 242 banner? Was it Shin? I think it was what, Blue Shin? Is that probably why they didn't do that? Because they gave us a 242 Blue Shin? I thought we got it like more often though, the 242s. Especially when it came like Ragnarok release and stuff like that, or like close near that Ragnarok festival release, right? Because it wasn't last year like Ragnarok Bond or Thonar, I think. I don't know, I forget last year. I just remember seeing like Bond was like 242, and like I think Thonar was 242 as well. Red Thonar. And again, like floor 1 and floor 2, they're all easy. It's just that if you know the gimmick, you are gonna have an easier time. Unfortunately for me, I just gotta play. Like for me, I just gotta play a long time or play for a while playing the demonic beast, and then eventually I'll start knowing the trends, what to do. It's just that I haven't been really having enough time and stuff like that to play the demonic beast. Like I've been going on vacation, I've been having to work a lot, so me just sitting there on my seat playing demonic beast, trying to figure out all the gimmicks and stuff like that for hours and hours and hours, I just didn't have time to. Especially because with me, I really enjoy doing more so PvP content than PvE. I don't know, like PvE is cool, but after a while it does get a little bit stale. the PvE aspect only gets cool when you have that one character that is made for the boss, and then you can try the most funniest gimmicks possible. Like I remember I had like, what was it, like the bird when Miguel first came out. Oh my god, you know how many times people will use like the funny Rid Escanor one versus the bird, or what's the man named Terry versus the bird, bro. Those type of videos was like popping off. And then you had the deer where you could make like full collab teams and you still clap the deer with Jormungandr. Oh my god, that stuff was so hilarious. So again, demonic beasts can be fun if they give you the character for it, but Valenti definitely makes it a lot easier. I could say that a lot. She does make it a lot easier. But again, I already know for most or majority of players, you're not gonna summon, especially because like I said before in the beginning of the video, there is going to be a collab coming after this banner, which I hate that I had to go freaking 300 gems for this Valenti, but at least I didn't have to spend money trying to get the last 300 just so I can showcase her at 1 out of 6. So I guess that's a plus. I guess that's a plus, bro. Because I legit did not want to freaking summon on her. Like I was fighting tooth and nail. I was like, do I want to summon for her, or should I just skip and just save my 300 gems for like the collab? Because when it comes to like these banners like this, I swear, bro, I've been getting the worst type of luck in terms of like banners. Like I haven't pulled UR Gother at all, and I think it was like what I think 600. I only think not 600, 900. I did like one rotation and then I called it a day, because I didn't pull Gother at all. Like the only time I ever pulled a UR character was Meliodas. Like Chaos Arthur, I didn't even pull him. I think he's like 2 out of 6 or 3 out of 6. I think he's like 2 out of 6. I think Chaos Arthur like 2 out of 6. Because I didn't pull him or anything like that. And it's kind of crazy because this is like the first time they brought back like 600 mileage having the UR character in it. So that definitely was a little bit upsetting, not gonna lie. But again, Valenti isn't bad. It's just a Y unit at this point, and I got another bad passive. Now again, guys, I'm just using this as an example to show you that Glocks is possible. I might do a video later for floor 3 and stuff like that of me using Glocks just with a better set of passives. Let's be honest, man. I'm using the worst passives possible. Like this sword, like I think the critical one that I got on the first floor is maybe manageable. Again, I don't know his critical chance and stuff like that on the floor 3, so it could be actually really terrible. But for this attack power one, this sword one is actually super bad because he gets like I think 2 or 5% of attack power every turn, which makes it very hard to tank hits and stuff like that after a while, because he's just gonna hit you harder and harder and harder every turn. So this is gonna be a terrible passive. Again, I'm still gonna try to clear it on. I'm just gonna still show you me clearing floor 2, but again, you do not want the sword passive. I could have refreshed and tried to go for a better passive, but again, I'm gonna save that for a later video where I'm going for floor 3. Because again, you already see floor 1 and floor 2. You can beat it. You can clear it, you can beat it, you can do whatever. But floor 3, I'm definitely gonna try to fish for the better passives. So I guess that's the point. That's the problem right now, is that you're still fishing for those good passives when it comes to this demonic beast. Which is why I say this Valenti isn't really made for the demonic beast. It's just a character to kind of make it a little bit easier. Like look at that, Valenti instantly got blasted because again, I had the sword passive, which is terrible, and he gained like attack power. So that's why I say you want to try to fish for the better passives, unfortunately. So this is where I'm trying to defeat the beast. I'm trying to like debuff him as much as possible, because again, if he moves, he lowers his max HP by 6%. So that's why you see he keeps getting those HP drops, because he keeps moving. That's why I say the demonic beast isn't hard. It's just a lot of gimmicks you had to deal with. You can see I'm taking a lot of damage because again, he has that attack power boost. So even if him not critting, he's still gonna hit you pretty hard because of that sword passive. So that's why I say maybe the first floor one may be manageable, but you definitely don't want the sword. You definitely don't want the sword. That definitely makes the run a lot harder. So we're just gonna go for this then. Again, I'm just trying to like figure out what play do I want to do. And I said, yo, I'm just gonna move him again and debuff him. Because you can see, like, I'm tanking his hits pretty easily. It's just that he has the attack power buff that makes it hit a lot harder. So if he didn't have that, imagine if he didn't have it. Like, his damage would be actually garbage, bro. So yeah, again, this is gonna just me clearing the first floors. I'm gonna do a video on floor 3 probably later on in today, probably when I get off work. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Just really, guys, I'm out. Peace.